Okay, good, we're off, as you can hear me. So thank you very much, Nick and Heather, for your introduction, especially your lovely words about Elaine. Well done for getting through that, Nick. And I know everyone here today will do exactly as you urge and do her proud. So it's my great pleasure to welcome you to Manchester, a very warm welcome, literally. For anyone new to the city, it's always like this, you know, don't believe this nonsense about constant rain. And I hope you appreciate that Oasis have put on a reunion concert, especially to celebrate the end of the conference this evening. Very well done to the organising committee for trumping the usual boring conference dinner. So welcome also to Manchester Met. We're delighted to host the in-person part of this conference. Welcome back if you attended the online session. So Manchester Met is a university absolutely that faces forward with a constant emphasis, and I mean constant from our Vice Chancellor, on focus, quality and pace. Everything we do is about delivering on our key priorities. What matters, doesn't mean you can't hear me coughing, what matters, what will make the difference that we want to see. It's about doing it really, really well. And doing it fast as we can. We do not hang about here. And that's no different in challenging times. And it's working. We're rising up the league tables, as I'm sure you all know, and our results are constantly improving. This week, for example, we've received our best ever NSS results, which we're delighted about. And it's testament to the approach working. The approach is working and the hard work about it. Sorry, we quite croaky now. So you're here for a day of thinking about how we achieve sustainable innovation in challenging times. It's a great theme, and what I particularly like is the positive focus. There's no denying the challenges that we're facing. The way that HE is perceived and represented, particularly in the media, some government policy, visa policy isn't our friend, technological change, financial pressure, social change, global turbulence, the world's gone mad. I could go on. But in my experience, libraries are resilient, creative and optimistic. I can definitely say this about my team, lots of whom are here today. And I imagine your director would say it about you too. And I guess the fact that you're here at all confirms that. Libraries have been around forever, constantly and continuously evolving, adapting and improving. In HE, we always have been and remain integral to teaching, learning, research and civic engagement, with a vital role to play in ensuring the success of our institutions. It's always important that our work is relevant, understood, visible and valued. And in challenging times, this becomes even more important. And I think this is something for you to bear in mind as you go through today. So when Nick gave me 10 minutes for this slot, I thought, my goodness, how on earth do I condense all the things I could say into a short time frame? So I've boiled it down to 3 top tips, which I would encourage you to reflect on today. The first is know what matters to your university. We're all facing the same pressures, but the impact at your institution will be different. So some of you will be facing financial pressures and making cuts to your budgets. Some of you will be having to change what you do and how you do it, and some of you are probably even unfortunately. Most of you, so you need to know, and you need to know what the impact of all this is at your university and the problems that you're trying to solve. Speaking with students here at Manchester Met, we're really focused on continuation, gaps, for example. So make sure you know the key challenges where you are, so that you can be part of the response or the solution. This is about relevance and value. Your ideas need to fit your university, though of course you're here to learn from each other about what might work, what you could take from other people's experience. Which brings me to my second point. Find your friends and work with them. Who can help you? Who can you learn from? Who can you share your paint with? Share your ideas, your learning, the difficulties. You're here to do that today. This isn't easy, all of this, and that's okay. And the other thing I would say is shout about what you do. We in libraries can be a bit shy and modest. Now isn't the time for that. So shout about it, your innovation, your improvements, the difference you make. The evidence of impact is really important. This creates understanding and trust and support. And that is absolutely vital to sustainability. And remember, we're here to talk about sustainable growth. So I hope you have a really brilliant day and you leave with lots of ideas. Friends, make the most of the sessions and the time in between. That's why we come together for in-person events. Don't hang about with your colleagues and your mates all day. If you leave the room buzzing and exhausted, the conference organising group have done a really great job. And the programme and the energy in the room tells me this is going to be the case. So on to our first speaker. I'm delighted to introduce Monica Weston, who is Associate Director of Content and Discovery at Manchester Met. And here I'm really going to have to read from my notes because she's got a really impressive detail for me. It's my absolute pleasure to work with Monica. We've worked together for the past couple of years. Before that, Monica's previous roles included project management leadership positions at the Internet Archive and the University of California Libraries, as well as Google, where she led cross-product copyright policy work, which I find very difficult to say, and technical program management for Google Scholar. She's passionate about open access, the open knowledge movement, scholarly search, and next generation usage metrics that support new ways of measuring value in scholarly comms. And so Monica volunteers, as well as doing a full-time and very demanding job here, Monica volunteers her team, not her team, at Wikimedia UK Board of Trustees, the OA Switchboard Advisory Group, OASPA, and the Countermetrics Board of Directors. Somehow, she managed to find time for other things. She lives in the Peak District with her husband, Dom, where she walks in the hills, constantly redesigns her garden, and reads deeply about the long history of library technologies and innovation. And Monica's going to get us thinking deeply with her provocative keynote this morning. The 10,000-year librarian, sometimes I feel 10,000 years old, radical sustainability for enduring knowledge. So Monica's going to stress the importance of thinking long-term, even in times of upheaval. It can be hard to do that when things are tough. I'm proposing a new framework that challenges some of our core assumptions about our institutional work by asking how we can meet our current needs without compromising the ability of future generations to do the same. She'll explore strategies for building new types of information sustainability, touching on finance, operations, changing technology and social factors. And she'll argue that to do this, we need profoundly agile mindsets that allow us to pivot, learn, change, as well as new tools for preventing burnout and new types of institutional support for change management. So buckle up as I hand over to Monica.